breaking out of my shell, gonna put on my shoes.
Hi, it's Kristen from I Heart Hamilton, and I'm back with another Rendezvous, and today's guest is all about Maggie, upcoming singer-songwriter from the local area. My key cards today are pink in honor of Maggie. She's like pink.
My favorite color.
Tried to wear some pink too.
Oh, good, some floral designs.
It's good. And yeah, Maggie's, for today's location, we are at True North Records in Burlington, Maggie's label, which is really cool. I didn't know this was even here, so it's cool to discover it. Yeah. And her debut album, of course, is out now. Now Hear Me Out. So yeah, I guess we'll just kind of start at the beginning, kind of with our Hamilton connection. So you're from Dundas.
I was born in Hamilton, grew up in Dundas.
Yeah.
So
that's cool. And what were some of your kind of early performances in music?
Well, I started off singing a lot at the Dundas Golf and Curling Club. I would sing the national anthem there, and at a lot of like local sports games, like the Bulldogs and the Hamilton Ticats. So I started out singing a lot of the national anthems there. So that's kind of how I got started.
That's really cool. And then was it kind of really early on that you really decided you wanted to pursue music?
Like as far back as I remember, since I was like 3 years old, like really little, I knew I wanted to sing.
That's great. And then you moved to Nashville right after high school, right?
Yes, I did. So right after I was done high school, I decided to just go visit Nashville for a couple weeks. So drove down there, ended up loving it so much that I came back home. I drove home, packed up my car, and then I went back to Nashville and stayed there for a year and a half.
Oh wow, that's a long time. Yeah,
it was awesome.
And I was going to notice on your YouTube you did like a little tour of Nashville, and that was really cool. And that kind of reminded me of what I'm doing, kind of like exploring kind of wherever you are, and you really kind of made it your home while you were there, which
for sure. And I had lots of friends, and it was kind of just cool to show people where my favorite spots were and what it was like living there.
And was it hard, like making that transition, kind of to adjust because you were so young and being
it was. I'm close to my family, and so that was kind of hard, but we talked all the time. But overall, it was just amazing. Like I met so many people, and it was cool meeting people who are so into music because everyone in Nashville loves music. So that was really cool to be surrounded by that.
And Nashville's like kind of the songwriting mecca.
For like, sure, and I love writing songs, so it was great really being able to focus and learn about songwriting. And I was writing all the time there, which was awesome.
Yeah.
So.
And what is it about that city that really kind of inspires you?
Well, just the fact that everyone is so driven and everyone is so focused on songwriting and on music. You're constantly surrounded by these people with such love for music, so automatically that inspires you.
That's good, yeah. And I think Nashville too, I kind of automatically think country, but really there's all kinds of musical influences. Yeah,
you're totally right. Like everyone always thinks of Nashville as being like the country music capital of the world, but really there's so much great music. Like the Fray are from Nashville, and like there's a lot of really cool bands that aren't country. So
and it's kind of just about the craft. It kind of transcends
all music. If it's good music, then
it's about the song, which is good. And so when you're thinking about your own music, you blend like a lot of different genres. Did you think about what kind of music you wanted to make, or just kind of?
Well, I've always been drawn to pop music. But I think the difference between some of my stuff is that I love to write my own songs. So they're definitely very songwriter oriented. So that's kind of what I think people can compare to Nashville.
And who are some of your musical influences when you?
I love Carole King. I grew up listening to her. An artist named Eva Cassidy, who's an amazing vocalist from the States, and so just a lot of artists like that. And current artists, I love Justin Timberlake and I love John Mayer and stuff. So
that's good. Are there any kind of influences people might be surprised that you listen to, or just someone you listen to that people?
I think everything is pretty, like Carole King, very songwriter. She's an amazing songwriter. Justin Timberlake is really pop, but I love his voice. I think it's all pretty expected.
And when you're writing songs, do you find it easy to kind of be really honest in your music? And because the album's Now Hear Me Out, and it's all about
for sure. I mean, obviously, like it can be a little bit nerve-wracking being so honest, but for me, I've been doing it for so long, and songwriting really is like therapy for me. So I've learned to make it really easy for myself, just to pour myself out myself.
Because it would be hard at first, I guess, to put yourself out
and like when you're playing a song in front of an audience and it's so honest, it's like, oh my gosh, I hope they don't judge me. But after a while, people I think love that honesty.
And they relate to it.
Yeah, for sure.
And speaking of relating, you're obviously really big on social media, which has been like a huge outlet for you, and it's been fun to kind of connect with fans that way, I guess, through Facebook and YouTube. And
like I love, staying in touch with my fans is just so much fun. It's so amazing, and it's great hearing the feedback that they have for me with my music. And I love posting YouTube videos of me covering other artists' songs just because it's fun for me. Like, I grew up being a singer, so just having my own take that I can share with other people is really, really cool.
And how do you decide what songs you want to cover? Just anything you like?
Well, I do it a couple different ways. I love covering songs that I enjoy listening to, and new songs, like as soon as I hear them on the radio, I get inspired. I'm like, oh my gosh, I love that song. I want to go home and cover it. So new, current songs that I really enjoy.
And how do you go about kind of making them your own? Is just kind of
I get on my acoustic guitar or my piano or something and just kind of start singing it the way that I hear it.
Yeah. And I guess just kind of bringing it back to Hamilton, you have your CD release coming up at the Casbah, so it's important to kind of do it in your hometown, like launching your...
For sure. Like, I love where I grew up, like Hamilton and Mass, really close. Like, I love it. So I think throwing a CD release party in Hamilton is really important because there's so many people around here that have been so supportive and so positive towards my music, and so I think it's important to have it here so that people who are supporting me can come out and listen to it.
Yeah, I think that's something special about Hamilton, that it is so supportive.
Yeah, Hamilton and then that's like the communities are amazing and people are just like, they're awesome. So
I noticed there's some Hamilton appearances in your videos. You shot the one video, Spin Your Lives, was at the St. Hollywood.
The St. Hollywood in Hamilton, which was so cool.
Recognize that.
Yeah.
It's been fun. And then Paint My Name you did kind of on the street.
Like we just went to downtown Hamilton, did a bunch of stuff there, so that was fun.
That's fun, and in your bio on your site it said there was one club in Hamilton you performed at that kind of really got you noticed when you got back.
I was living in Nashville and I came to Hamilton. I really wanted to do a show for my friends and family because I hadn't been here for so long. I hadn't been performing a lot. So I decided to at this place called the Pro Company, which is this venue in downtown Hamilton. And it's just really got a cool atmosphere. So it's like this old building, and the people actually who own the building live upstairs. The venue's on the second floor, and it's kind of like an art gallery on the first floor. So we decided to throw a show there. So I came home from Nashville, and one of my producers came back with me, and we just invited everyone we knew, and we got a bunch of musicians, and we just performed a bunch of songs that we'd written over the last couple of years in Nashville. And my label, actually, Linus Entertainment, was there. They came out, and that's where they saw me perform for the first time.
Cool.
So
so like full circle. Bring it back to
for sure. It was awesome, and it was cool the fact that my first time coming back for a while performing in Hamilton. That was definitely a big stepping stone for me.
It's great. All right, I guess we'll move on to our rapid fire portion. And these questions all have to do with, it's kind of related to the blog stuff I've seen over the past year or so. So, do you have a favorite place to eat in Hamilton?
I love sushi. I think
Lots of sushi places.
Lots of sushi. My favorite sushi restaurant in Hamilton would be Agio Sushi. It's like the best place. It's on King Street in Hamilton. So
what's your favorite breakfast food?
My favorite breakfast food would probably be fruit. I love fruit.
I noticed your Instagram photo the other day. You had like
we went out for breakfast yesterday, and like we showed up, and it was like this huge buffet of like all this fresh fruit. I'm like, I couldn't ask for anything more. So
that's awesome. If you were an alcoholic beverage or a cocktail, what would you be?
An alcoholic beverage. I love pink, and growing up, I used to drink Shirley Temples all the time. Those normally don't have alcohol in them. But maybe like a spiked Shirley Temple. Perfect.
That works. What's your go-to karaoke song?
My go-to karaoke. These are tough questions. If You Could Read My Mind.
Oh, that's good.
Yes. Growing up, I always used to sing that like at places doing karaoke and If You Could Read My Mind, Gordon Lightfoot wrote that song. But I would do like this up-tempo fast version of it.
They did like disco.
I would sing that song.
If you could speak with any accent other than the one you have, what would you?
British accent.
I love it. Classic. Do you have a favorite word?
My favorite word. I like fabulous. Just because it's like a good positive.
That's good. Do you have a favorite concert or live performance?
Yes. I went to go see Justin Timberlake a few years ago in Buffalo, and he was amazing. Like, his stage presence and his voice, and he was playing so many different instruments. That was definitely my top concert of all time.
Really cool. What's currently on your playlist?
Right now, Justin Timberlake is always on my playlist. I actually have reverted back like 7 years ago. I've been listening to like stuff I was listening to in like middle school. I go through like stages.
Yeah.
A lot of like Ja Rules on my iPod right now. It's really weird. So yeah,
Takes you back.
Yeah.
If you could detour to anywhere in the world right now, where would you like to go?
Right now, I've never been to Europe. So I think, and everyone always talks about how cool the music scene is in the UK. So I think I'd like to go somewhere around there.
Just to do cool the tour.
Yeah. Oh yeah,
music.
for sure. That's my goal.
Yeah. Do you have a favorite mode of transportation?
Well, driving is really convenient. I like taking the train because, well, it's environmentally friendly more so than just driving, and you can sit there and work. So I really like taking the train. When I go to Toronto, sometimes I try and take the train.
Yeah.
Which is fun.
And the last one, what's one thing you like to do? Just kind of a bucket list item.
That I enjoy doing now?
No, just like a goal. Like,
that I want to do one day. Wow, with music, I would love to tour like everywhere and just like really cool places, like even places that you would normally never expect just for people. I would love to do that.
That's great. All right, that concludes the rapid fire portion. And thanks to All About Maggie.
Thanks so much.
Yeah. All right, thanks.
It's that time.